Good evening and welcome. I'm Sheila Balgobin and I am the Dream Decipherer, and I help you to sleep sound and dream deep. This evening, I'm going to be looking at sleep from a slightly different point of view, and that's its relationship with accidents. Well, we all know it's important to get sleep for a variety of reasons, if the principle of which is to best to be in a better mood when we wake up in the morning. It also impacts our physical and mental health. People generally require 7 to 8 hours of sleep, but there's always a caveat with that. That's the average. Some people need to sleep a bit more. Some people need to sleep a bit less. It depends on their age and their situation. But that's according to the National Sleep Foundations. People should be sleeping approximately 7 to 8 hours a night. This time, or however many hours you sleep, is allows the body to relax, the mind to relax, and the body to reset itself and to carry out essential repair work during sleep. It also helps people to control their blood sugar levels because insulin is produced at night or at the deepest levels of sleep. And as I said before, it helps improve the mood. Now, we all know that our busy lifestyles are challenging. We're rushing out of the house early in the morning and coming home late at night. Work and other activities like having a life also often get in the way of a good night's sleep. So you find that people are living on perhaps a lot less hours than they would normally sleep per night for prolonged periods of time. And they say, if you're sleeping less than 7 hours, then you're potentially going to have problems. I've never slept 7 to 8 hours. If I sleep that long, I become dopey when I wake up. So 6 hours, 6.5 hours is plenty for me. So this is, again, finding out what your normal is important. And a good way to do that is to, for a short while, keep a sleep diary of when you go to bed and when you wake up to find out what your normal is. And in case there is any problem with your sleep, you have evidence to take to your doctor and show what changes have happened. But lack of sleep is really can be part of a disorder rather than a lifestyle choice. Yes, you're getting up, some may be getting up early and going to bed late, but there may be other issues when that's not going on. Maybe someone who's retired. So it's people tossing and turning all night can't get a solid night's sleep. And insomnia actually is the most common sleep disorder. It affects between 6 and 10% of adults and can be characterized as being chronic over a long period of time or acute. It comes on suddenly, perhaps due to a sudden issue that arises or bereavement or something. Symptoms will include fatigue, low energy, difficulty concentrating, and mood disturbances. So, I mean, the most obvious being the mood disturbances. Nobody is usually very bright and sunny when they haven't had a good night's sleep. They usually have a ratty attitude. But there are also potentially life-threatening impacts from insomnia and a lack of sleep. In a recent study by the European Sleep Research Society, which was conducted with nearly 5,300 subjects with suffering with insomnia, they discovered a correlation between insomnia and accidents. It found that 9% of the people studied fell asleep while driving, and 4.1% of people who reported having episodes of insomnia were in a car accident over the last year. Car accidents were reported more frequently by men than women and usually occurred in people who were employed. But it's not just accidents behind the wheel that are at question here. Accidents in the home were also looked at, and 20.9% of the participants reported an accident in the home, while 10.1% reported an accident took place at work. While it wasn't clear from the study what type of accidents they had had, they must have been serious enough for them to have been reported. Yet another study published in the journal Sleep, which involved nearly 55,000 people, men and women between the ages of 20 and 89, and was collected over a 14-year period. This study found that there were 57 fatal motor vehicle accidents and 277 fatal injuries among people who participated in the study. They found that insomnia was a significant factor in the accidents and reported that 34% of the accidents could have been prevented if the person had gotten enough sleep. So not getting sleep, it can literally kill you. Besides doing other things like making you more liable to have strokes and heart attacks or high blood pressure, diabetes, you gain weight. Not getting enough sleep really has a serious knock-on effect on our bodies as well as our minds. Now, sleep disorders have been linked to a number of generalized health and behavioral disorders, including reduced efficiency while operating a motor vehicle. In recent years, a number of studies have been shown a consistent relationship between lack of sleep, disorders in our circadian or day-night rhythms, and fatigue on the one hand, and psychosocial problems, behavioral disorders, and motor vehicle accidents on the other. So we not only, when we have our normal sleep patterns and our day-night rhythm disturbed, you have bad relationships, you start to act out and be very irritable, and you're more likely to have an accident if you're driving. Now, globally, thousands of accidents occur due to lack of sleep, tiredness, and fatigue. And it's become so serious that in the UN General Assembly and World Health Organization actually unanimously, which happens rarely in such cases, approved a policy statement urging that attention be given to the issue of road safety, with the aim of halting or reversing the trend of increasing accidents and deaths worldwide. Just to give you an idea of what we're talking about here, here's a few stats from the World Health Organization, which tallied road traffic injury fatality rates per 10,000 people in various regions around the world. In the Southeast Asia region, 16.6 deaths per 10,000. In Africa, 32.2. The Eastern Mediterranean region, also 32.2 people. In the Americas, 15.8 people. However, how 0.8 of a person is, I'm not sure, but that's stats for you. In the European region, 13.4 people would have lost their lives. And in the Western Pacific region, 15.6 people. India and China have the highest traffic accident rates in the world, with over 105,000 in India and 89,000 in China, respectively, died back in 2006. Really serious problem there. But it's not just accidents that lack of sleep can impact. It can also impact our physical capacity, what we are actually capable of doing. And various studies have indicated that sleep disorders such as narcolepsy, where you suddenly fall asleep, insomnia, periodic leg movement disorder, or restless leg syndrome, they call it, obstructive sleep apnea, and a number of other common diseases which are associated with excessive sleepiness, reduced driving skills, and cognitive inefficiencies, shall we say, or deficits. These, in turn, have been linked to an increased risk of accidents and fatalities on the highway. And strangely enough, while some drug treatment for insomnia is meant to improve sleep and in turn reduce daytime sleepiness, some driving studies have shown that many sleep drugs may actually contribute to more daytime sleepiness and the increased rate of accidents. So taking drugs isn't necessarily the answer. Finding out what's keeping you up and addressing that is the answer. And even in the home, slicing vegetables can be a dangerous affair when we're not paying attention and we're tired. Knives slip, or think about stressed parents and their children. Some parents snap because they're not getting enough sleep. How many accidents could be avoided if we just took the time out for ourselves to rest? And it's not a matter of being selfish. It can truly, truly, truly be a matter of life or death. And, this was a bit of a doom and gloom, but it's really something that people need to be thinking about. What is your lack of sleep doing to you in terms of your ability to function normally? Your reaction times are more slow when you're tired. You don't pay attention as well, so people have to repeat things 5 times over to you. Your attitude is not good generally. I have rarely seen tired people who are bouncy and cheery. They don't have the energy. So as you look at your the things going on in your life, are you allowing time and a routine to allow you to get sufficient amounts of sleep? The life you save may very well be your own if you do. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Have a great evening and a wonderful week ahead, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.